Welcome back to my channel. Hello friends, hope you're doing well. I got back from work and I had work really early in the morning, so I took a nap and I had a therapy session today and it felt amazing. Now I feel a little bit more refreshed. Today I wanted to show you a little video of my journaling process in my art slash commonplace book slash sketchbook, as well as little snippets of my time at the farmer's market. That's kind of been a new thing lately. I've been going to the farmer's market with my mom every Saturday, where we get to explore outside and buy our usual morning pastries. Like, we are obsessed right now with morning buns at the moment. It is so good. So we've been taking our morning buns and going to a coffee shop nearby and just spending the time outdoors and just enjoying the fresh air and nature and exploring different booths together. It's just been really fun. And this weekend we actually bought a bouquet of flowers. We usually feel a little hesitant buying something like this, like a bouquet of flowers. It's ephemeral, it doesn't last very long. But we just decided, you know what, fuck it. I want to buy a bouquet of flowers. Okay, like, life is too short. If it's something that's just gonna bring a little life and joy into the house, I think it's worth it. And so we bought these bouquet of flowers. It was only like $5, and I had so much fun rearranging all the flowers in like these little mason jars that we had at home. We saw some people making some bouquets, so I kind of like copied them. Instead of paying for $12, I paid $5. And basically, I had so much fun rearranging all these flowers together, especially with my mom. And I didn't notice about her, but apparently on her wedding day, she had to go through this Japanese tradition. I don't remember the exact name of it. If you guys know, let me know. But basically, she went through a class or something to do some flower arranging, and that's a part of the tradition when you get married. And apparently she was really talented at it. I had no idea about her. So that was really fun. It was really nice. It was, she got to impart me some wisdom, like how don't cut it too short, otherwise, because you have to cut it short each time you change the water and everything. And it's just, I had no idea she had these skills. So it was really fun. It was a really nice time with her, and it really made me cherish the moments with her. And I've been really enjoying having these Saturday dates with my mom. And I cannot believe how much these flowers brightened up the room. We placed them in our living room, in our dining table, and I also placed one on my nightstand. And whenever I look at it, it always makes us feel so calm. And it brings us so much joy, and honestly, it's so worth buying flowers. I think it's gonna be like our new tradition or thing right after these kind of, wilt away. And without further ado, I'm gonna show you my commonplace book. This week, I decided to use some of the petals that fell off from the bouquet that we bought from the farmer's market, and I pressed it into my notebook. And that's a really good way to have some pressed flowers nearby, and I think it looks so pretty, and I always love using them in my spreads, but I'm also kind of like hesitant to use some of them too because, they're so pretty. But, I just said, what, forget it. I want to use it. I don't want to, what am I going to do with them if not in my journal? As you can see, this is my commonplace book, and for those of you who don't know what a commonplace book is, it's basically the book to place all your memorabilia or your inspirations and just anything in there that makes you happy or brings you joy and that you can look back on. And I got this idea from Jordan Clark. I think most of you who are aware of like the art and the DIY world, know the queen, Jordan Clark. So if you don't, I highly recommend checking her out. But basically, I use it as a commonplace book where I just kept all my quotes and, like little things that inspired me, like little doodles and little scraps. Like sometimes I'll drink my tea and they have little quotes on them, and whatever resonates with me, I cut them off and I place them in the notebook. And whenever I feel sad or whenever I feel like inspiration has struck dead, or just, I'm in an art or like a creative rut, I usually flip to any page, and I just read something from there, and it always seems, to cheer my spirits. Like, it's not like an instant cure, but it's really nice to have. And sometimes it does help. It does help me with my creative ruts and I get inspired again. So if you haven't tried it, I recommend doing that. There's nothing left to lose. You could just use any notebook and try it out. But basically, my commonplace book has sort of been transitioning into like a semi-sketchbook because I've been kind of into experimenting more. It's been a place to help me, what's the word? I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so it's been helping me to just not care about what I put on here and just draw, write, scribble, use whatever medium that I want to try, that I'm afraid to try, and, just let loose. So that's what I've been doing right now, and I've just been really inspired to kind of do this journaling kind of spread. Like, if you've been on Instagram, you probably see a lot of like traveler's notebooks, like really, really pretty spreads, and I've been really inspired to try them out. So something along those lines. I've been trying to do some layerings and things, which is not my forte, but I want to try it. It looks really fun. It's something that's been sparking my joy right now, and that kind of leads me into wanting to talk about my relationship with Instagram and just how I'm probably going to be changing some things. I've been realizing and also seeing other artists talk about this, and I'm sort of been resonating with it a lot. It's not the platform that I can be the most productive in, and some artists thrive in it, some artists don't, and it's totally okay. But right now I'm starting to see that I'm not getting as much payoff as I would like in Instagram, especially as an artist, since in order to grow you have to be constantly making content, and that's really draining for me. I never noticed this because I just thought, it's normal. This is what you do to get your work out there and have yourself be seen online. It's through social media. It's just, the way it is. I just thought that was just the one way to do it. I basically went on a hiatus to see how it was like if I were to not have as much focus on Instagram, and basically, like, I never noticed how much it drained my energy. Basically just scrolling through in social media, having to feel like the obligation to engage with everybody when that's not what I want to feel. I want to actually engage because, I love their work and I want to support them, and I feel inspired by them. And I feel like lately it's just been an incident that's been few and far between, and it's just been very hard to feel that way on this platform, especially when you have that comparison. And I also feel like I work so hard to make this art piece. It takes about like maybe even a week or a few days to even complete, and and it just gets swiped up. Just people either like it or don't like it. They're not even obligated to do that. And and it's just like a second of someone's time, and a blink of an eye is just gone. So I just feel like I'd rather focus on something that I can keep my artwork for a while, or a little bit more permanent online. So with that being said, I'm going to commit more to YouTube and try to upload weekly. Right now I'm going to be uploading every Friday, so keep a lookout for that. And if you want to stay updated, go ahead and subscribe and push the bell for notifications. Just ever since I stopped Instagram, I realized that my energy is back. Like, before I had a really hard time having the motivation to even do any YouTube videos or like have any spark for creativity. Like, everything that I touched, I felt like a dread, and I just hated doing, and I just questioned why I chose this path. Like, I chose this path for a reason, but I just can't find it right now through all the scrolling and everything, I actually want to try this out and experiment with that. Like, I have that spark of creativity back. And I also have more time to, you know, spend time with my mom, and I spend time doing the things that I want to do. You know, like I actually picked up a book. Like, I used to love reading, but I just haven't had the urge to read lately. So, but I finally picked up the book and I actually started reading, and I have time to read. Yeah, I picked up The Secret Garden, in case you're curious. But anyways, back on what I was talking. Yeah, I'm so sorry. This is coming off really rambly, but you know, I thought I would make notes about this. Maybe I'll talk about this more in the future if you guys are interested in hearing more of my perspective on that. But yeah, basically I just realized that my energy could be spent elsewhere, you know, that can better reach an audience, that can better help me with my online presence, and, you know, just, you know, not concentrate so much on something that, you know, that is not exactly stable either, in the long run at least. We'll see what happens. I guess I'll update you guys on what happens if you're interested. So yeah, it's actually really exciting. I feel like this big burden has been lifted off my chest, and I guess that's a good sign, at least for my part, that I'm making the right decision. And I'm really excited about what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but honestly, I just have to trust the process and just do what my curiosity tells me to do, and just figure it out as I go. That's the only thing I can do right now. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious about what you think, especially if you're like an aspiring or well-established artist. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and I appreciate it so much. Anyone, that one person or two, I really appreciate you watching this, and I hope you enjoyed the process of how I made this spread. I had so much fun. It was the most fun I've had in a really long time, creatively at least. And with that, I'll see you guys next week. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!